Today is September 3rd, and here's our Buoy 10 update today. First off, I apologize about the wind yesterday. That was brutal. But now today we have something that is brutal as well. The heat. Today there is zero wind, and I am roasting. I am not used to this being down here at the coast here for the last month and a half. I know for you guys back in the valley, you guys are used to this. You've been acclimated to it. I am not. We're not used to being this warm down here at the coast. But let's get on to the report. It's amazing what catching fish will do for people's attitudes. Today it was rod tip to rod tip. A lot of people out there, both Oregon and Washington side, from Tongue Point all the way on down to the bridge on both sides of the river. Lots of people out. But here's the beautiful thing. Even with boats screaming in between each other, people getting cut off, lines getting tangled, everybody caught fish. And that's what's encouraging for me, is that I want to see this fishery be like that every single day down here. Can you imagine what it would do for our economy, what it would do for sport fishing in general, especially here in the Pacific Northwest, if everybody had the opportunity to catch and to take home? License sales would go up, gear sales would go up, and we would see more and more fishermen out there, which means that we would have a bigger voice, and maybe we'd see some more hatchery production and some more conservation with the fish in their spawning beds. So today is exactly what Buoy 10 is about. It's why everyone comes down here. You know, fish on everywhere, saw fish rolling everywhere, fish all over on the graph. We had our 6 Chinook and 6 Coho, which by the way is my first boat limit of the entire season. 6 Chinook, 6 Coho, and we had that by 10:30. Yeah, fishing was good today. Now tomorrow's a new day. We'll see what happens. But here's what I did see, what I noticed. As soon as that red tide, and man, I'll tell you what, that red tide today was bad. And as soon as it showed up, bite was over. You had to search for green water. And as soon as you found green water, you'd start finding a few more fish. So I tried actually jumping down below all the red tide, getting down to that ocean water, lot cleaner, great water temperature, but it was a ghost town. It was empty. So maybe it'll start popping here in a little bit, but you know, it looked pretty bleak. So I'm wondering if all these fish on the Oregon and Washington side were just kind of concentrated. They were kegged up by that red tide, sitting on the front end of it all the way on upriver. So when that tide started pushing in, it just kept short stacking them closer and closer together, and that's why they were such a good bite. But you know, I would say, gosh, I got a little buddy right there hanging out, waiting for me to drop off my carcasses. Oh, a couple of them right there and there. You know, it did not seem like it mattered if you were in shallow water, deep water. You know, I caught fish at 16 on the line counters. I caught fish at 80 on the line counters today. Just watch your electronics, follow them down. Every single flasher got bit. Every spinner got bit. It was just flat out good fishing. So tomorrow's our last day for Chinook retention. I don't believe that there's going to be any Chinook reopener down here. We all keep asking about it, but it doesn't sound like that's going to happen. Well, we just haven't heard anything about them possibly opening that up or keeping it open past tomorrow. So tomorrow's probably going to be our last shot at keeping some Chinook, but looks like there's plenty of Coho to go around right now. So that's encouraging. Lots of Coho, probably the most amount of Coho I've seen caught by the fleet since the season started on August 1st. Let's see. Oh, I've had several questions about yesterday's report, what the pawn shop flasher is. Let me grab that right here. So pawn shop flasher is just silver and gold. That is that guy right there. And again, today it did work, but still, every one of those flashers, red, chartreuse, pawn shop, they all caught fish. So first and foremost, just be a round fish, and guess what? You will catch them. So man, I'm happy. I'm very happy. This is exactly why everyone comes down here to Buoy 10. We come down here to catch. We come down here to see these insane bites. Doubles, triples, fish on everywhere, nets flying around, everyone high-fiving, congratulating each other's boats. You know, hey, that looked like a nice fish. Good job on that double. Yep, no problem, we'll reel our lines up, we'll get out of your way. Today is what Buoy 10 was about. And it didn't matter if you're on the Oregon or Washington side. It didn't matter if you were really high in the system or down low. You caught fish. It's just a little bit sad that it's happening the day before Chinook closes. Everything's been late this year. Maybe the run's coming in a bit later, but it's definitely encouraging for the guys fishing upriver, because hopefully there's a big wad of them on their way and that bite will get better upstream. So with that, I'm gonna dump my carcasses, feed these harbor seals and sea lions that always seem to hang out right here in front of West Basin, and the crabs, of course. Get the boat all cleaned up and go take a cold shower, because this is brutally hot. I can stand the cold, not a big fan of the hot. Okay, time to get back to work. Thanks, guys. If you're coming down here tomorrow, have fun, be safe, be mindful of other boats. If you can go around everyone, try and get outside of the fleet, but today you just kind of had to suck it up and deal with it, rock and roll in the washing machine and catch fish. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna be down here for a couple more days yet, so there'll be a few more reports, but again, tomorrow's the last day for Chinook retention. Fun day. All right, guys, later. Turn off.